So I'm going to be reading today from an article that was published in the Hindustan Times on the 3rd of January, 2002, under the name, Purification of Thoughts Can Bring True Freedom. So I'll be reading this as it was published. Freedom, liberty, and choice. All these words trigger an emotional response. They have become sacred hallmarks of an enlightened society. In Sanskrit, it's more difficult to get closer to the inner meaning of the word freedom than to echo the word naishkarmya, which literally means, quote, freedom from reaction, end quote. Naishkarmyam is found in the 4th verse, 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. The sense of this stanza is that liberty is not obtainable through renouncing work by simply giving up everything. Men dressed in orange may not really be free because they may not be purified. The deeper meaning of this text is that purification is the most important part of Naishkarmyam. Appearances of renunciation are not enough. I'm not speaking of those who wear saffron as a pretense while enacting sordid activities in secret, but of those would-be sincere renouncers who think that by giving up activity or by rejecting interaction with the world, they will finally have broken the shackles that bind them to daily existence. In fact, they will have not broken these bonds because something is missing. Without the power of purification, attempts to surrender everything to God may be nothing more than disturbances to the social order. And what is purification? Purification implies shedding of unclean thoughts and actions, ridding oneself of contaminated habits, eschewing sense gratification, and fixing the mind on positive, helpful, and happy thoughts. It comprehends a more refined way of thinking, helping others, becoming free from ulterior motives, becoming a constructive force, and a citizen of the world. Civic-mindedness and a constant eye to the public good are signs of purification. Renouncers who don't demonstrate these qualities may be no more than self-appointed beggars. Rupa Goswami informs us that, quote, when one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts everything in relation to God, one is rightly situated above possessiveness, end quote, and that, quote, one who rejects anything without knowledge of its renunciation to Krishna is incomplete in his renunciation, end quote. These are from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, verses 1.2.255 to 256. Renunciation is one of the 6 opulences of God described in the Vishnu Purana. Giving up is not ordinary. It requires not only cleansing, but also purity. Pure-heartedness is hard to find, easy to imitate, tough to encounter, fun to discover. Jesus Christ taught that we should be in the world, but not of it. This biblical notion, whose culmination is found throughout the Bhagavad Gita, is the perfection of renunciation. Ultimate freedom is not choosing between colors, tastes, movies, TV channels, or brands of running shoes, sunglasses, t-shirts, or cell phones. It is important, or Walkmans. It is a freedom to be as much as we can be, human and superhuman at once. Such choices are only infinite.